There's no way this is actually the intro song, bro. Yeah?
Why not? Why not is the question. I think this is actually Lamine Yamal's most played song this year. He posted it. This is Dafo's favorite song.
Oh, so when did he say that?
Like, yesterday? He posted on his story.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh, man. I hate the international break.
It's annoying. Unnecessary at this point.
Dude, we're like a few months into the season, and this is like the third one already. What is the fucking point? What is the necessity of all these qualifiers?
And then we get another one in December too, no?
I believe so, yeah. No, I don't. I hate it. I hate it because I just don't have the mental capacity to keep up with all this different shit. And so, like...
And supposedly the FIFA Club World Cup is going to start up soon now.
And, like, I don't care about that either. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, but the clubs are going to go play that shit.
So I just turn my brain off when this shit's happening when it comes to football because I just can't.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
When we get close to a tournament, like, if it's like, oh... this team actually needs to win this game to qualify. Like, if it's an interesting qualifier where it actually matters, all right, maybe I'll watch that shit. But up until that point where we're, like, really into it, bro, I'm not watching the second leg of the U.S. versus Jamaica. I don't need to.
I feel it.
Come on, man.
Hey.
It's too much. It's too much. I'm burnt out. As a fan, I'm burnt out. There's only so much I can keep up with.
At least you saw Pulisic do that dance, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So funny. So with that, there's not really, like, we like to cover the recent results, kind of the storylines of everything that's going on. Mostly just like, damn, Arsenal can't win the title. Barca are overrated. Real Madrid are overrated. Man United suck. These are kind of the main topics I feel like we cover on a week-to-week basis here. But there's none of that to cover because everyone got the week off. So I wanted to take a bit of a moment to zoom out and look at everything that's been going on around Europe and just point out some players and teams that have been either like impressive, surprising, just shit that we've seen as being good.
Yeah.
And on the other side of that, some of the more disappointing, let down, shittier players and teams, and just kind of see where we're at. Because we're about a third of the way through the European seasons, and I feel like this is about the point where we can start to really look around and say, like, okay, like, whatever's happening is pretty legit. Like, it's not like teams are just hot or players are just on a hot run. Like, if you've been playing well this whole season up until this point, you're probably going to have a pretty good season. So this is the time, I think, to start to look around. I guess we'll start with... do you want to start with the positive or the negative? How do you want to do this?
Let's do positive, I guess.
You want to start positive?
Yeah,
we'll start positive. So, for one of the first ones that I wanted to call out, it was a team that I was definitely worried about at the start of the season. And I'll be honest, I still am as we get into the later stages of European football and the club seasons and everything like that. But Barcelona, up until this point, we've talked about it on here week after week. Like, there have been big tests that you guys have had to pass, and week after week, pass the motherfucking test. So, and obviously the slip-up right before the international break aside, it's been a very strong season. A lot of young players that were kind of unknown to people who are outside of the Barca fan base are presenting themselves as being good players.
Interesting that you say this as your first one.
I just think it's been an impressive season from them overall. And the player that I think is the MVP, my personal favorite from the season so far, obviously Lamine Yamal goes without saying is a great player, but my personal MVP is Rafinha. Because this dude off the pitch in the offseason, all the Barca fans were sick of this. Well, not saying you specifically, but a lot of the Barca fans were very sick of this fool. Yeah, and it... since he had first signed, you could attest to this. You could back me up here. I was big on, like, Rafinha's going to be a great signing for Barca. I thought that it was one of the better signings you guys were making around that time. I really rated him at Leeds. I thought he was a super talented player. And him going over to Barca, I thought was going to be a big step for him, but I thought he had the talent to to make it work. And I mean, he's had 13 goals and assists in La Liga this season, 8 goals and assists in the Champions League. He's fucking ripping it up, dude. And crazy to say, but he's been the best Brazilian winger in La Liga this season so far.
Yep.
And no shade, no disrespect, because you know I fuck with that boy Vinny tough.
Interesting, bro.
I fuck with that fool tough. But
interesting that you saved to say that until the podcast, but I feel it. I respect it, though.
I wanted you to get I wanted to hear your raw reactions to shit. I didn't want to spoil my takes for you. Because, I have been...
Because I've sent you, like, posts and, like, how Rapinha's doing better, and he just kind of, like, fuck me off and shit like that. And just, like, meme it out to me and shit.
I make fun of you because of the way the fans treated him. And so, like, because y'all were so on this fool's ass and everyone hated him and thought he was such a trash player, now that all of a sudden everyone loves the fool, like, when I see the Barca fan pages that are all of a sudden, oh, we love fucking Rafinha, I do like to troll that shit a little bit because it's like, where the fuck were y'all, like, 6 months ago? But just when I'm being honest, looking at the whole situation, like, it's impressive to see how he's dealt with it because I feel like that pressure would have made a lot of players crumble. And he's definitely
took on that pressure.
Impressed me a lot, yeah. Like, he's really stepped into his own. I feel like he's actually, like, fully in his prime right now. Like, I don't know if we'll ever see a better version of Rafinha than we're seeing right now. So, as long as you guys got this, fuck it, man. You guys actually have a chance to do some impressive stuff this season because he's, like, unplayable. He is so confident right now. Every time he touches the ball, he looks like he's going to do some special shit. So, yeah, bro, I'm really impressed with Rafinha, really impressed with Barca. Gotta be honest. Now, like I said at the beginning, I do have my concerns. I do have my concerns. I've talked about the defense, kind of the defensive solidity of the midfield as well. I think that these are things that when you get into the latter stages of the Champions League might end up getting exposed a bit. That offsides trap, that flick plays, like when it works well because it can neutralize, like we saw in El Clasico, it neutralized a threat like Mbappe getting in behind. But all it's going to take is for a striker with, like, good timing on his runs to figure out how to kind of bend his runs in behind a bit. And it's going to be fucking chaos back there because you guys play a high back line. It's very dangerous. So, I mean, there are those things in the team that, like, so far, like we said, a third of the way through the season,
it has worked so far,
haven't fully gotten exposed. And so, fair enough. That's why they're on the impressive side of things so far. I got to be honest with what I'm seeing. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out more towards the end of the season because you don't win a trophy for doing really good in November. You know what I mean? But it's been impressive. How, as a Barca fan, how are you feeling?
Like I told you, 6 months ago, I wasn't really that excited about the whole manager transfer and everything like that. But I told you, I hope I get proven wrong. And I got proven wrong, bro. Very fucking wrong, dog. Very, very fucking wrong.
So far, yeah.
He's been... I don't know what has changed. I don't know if it's, like, just the way he, like, talks to the players personally or some shit like that, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. But they're, like... The team is different, bro. The team is definitely different. It's, like, more refreshed. Even though, yes, Xavi was doing his best with what he could and shit. But he took the same team. Didn't really sign that much players this past window and shit. And he's fucking still... He's doing this and shit, bro.
That's what I was about to ask you is, do you think that this is better than what Xavi was getting out of the team?
Definitely.
Okay.
100%. Somehow. I don't know how, but he's surprising me, bro. He's somehow getting the best out of these players, bro.
Yeah. Well, shit.
Bro.
So, what's like the dream right now? Is there, like, Champions League dreams? Do you think you could be tasting the champagne? Because I'll be honest, it's open.
It's pretty open.
It's open. Like, there's no team that's made themselves look like the dominant team so far in Europe. So, I mean, if someone told me, a time traveler came back and said, yo, Barca's going to win the Champions League in 2025, I wouldn't, like, have a heart attack. Like, I wouldn't be so surprised. Like, I'd be shocked.
But you'd be like, damn, I see it.
But, I suppose at this point I could kind of see the vision.
I mean,
do you think,
as a fan, of course, I hope for it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck, dude.
It'll be fat. Honestly, you got...
this whole new, like, system that it is, too, is, like, it's weird. It's, like...
It's very different to what Barca's used to, I feel like.
We'll see what the fuck we can do with it, bro.
As a more, like, neutral perspective, you guys have become one of the most fascinating teams, like, in Europe to me to watch because I feel like every game, Flick is putting like all his chips on the table, and so far he's gone all in, and he like doubles his money every time. And right now, this fool's chilling with all the chips. Like this fool's killing it at the blackjack table, but it takes one bad hand. You feel me? And I feel like that's the life of the Barcelona manager is like you have one embarrassing result and all this good faith that the fans have built up can flip so fast. So it like I said, just from a neutral perspective, you guys are fucking fascinating. It's been a very interesting storyline just because of how passionate the fans are, how much controversy there was, like you said, kind of in the preseason buildup, and then all of a sudden you guys have shocked everyone's expectations. I just can't wait to see how the rest of the season goes for you guys. It's very interesting. I'll go ahead and let you give one for your impressive teams or players.
Probably gonna hate it, but Liverpool, bro.
Okay.
Fucking Liverpool.
Okay.
They're the ones who are right now somehow stealing that top position from us, even though yes, they probably deserve it more. Honestly, as an Arsenal fan, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, bro, what the fuck is Liverpool right now?
Mm-hmm.
Mo Salah somehow. It's his last season, no, or some shit with Liverpool. I think it is.
I mean, I don't think it's like confirmed, but it's the last season of his contract that he's on right now, and as of right now, there hasn't been an extension. I don't know if that's like, if it's still like if by the end of the season, what's gonna happen? But as of right now, that's the case. Yeah.
That's wild, but Luis Diaz too, bro. Jesus fucking Christ, I guess for a Colombian player that was fucking for real showing out, stepping into that role. Did he need to step it into after fucking Mane left?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, bro. They're fucking honestly in the Champions League too. They're performing in both the Prem and the Champions League, bro. And like I said, I wish that's the standard I wish Arsenal held themselves to. And like it's crazy because they have a brand new fucking manager too. So it's like, what the fuck is up with this? How come brand new managers are performing more better than a manager that has supposedly their established team and shit, bro?
So I also had Liverpool on my list, and yeah, definitely was. You gotta say impressed with the new manager and everything like that. I think one thing that like to take into consideration is that a lot of times when managers come into a big club, when the former manager's leaving, that club is in like a real state of like chaos. And Liverpool, yes, was underperforming a bit the last couple seasons, but it's those same big star players that are there. None of them have significantly declined in their form. So, like, in a lot of ways, Arne Slot has been able to just continue what Klopp was kind of doing. Now, it's a little bit different, but, like, it's not quite as fast-paced and hectic, I guess, as Klopp's football was. But I don't think Arne Slot is, like, some like miracle worker for getting this Liverpool team to do well, because it's a good team that we've seen that over the last 5-ish years. I will be curious to see if they could continue this form till the end of the season. That's another one that like we'll see. It's early right now and they've been doing well so far, but they are still in the same spot they've been in the last few years. And what's hurt them the last few years is injuries. Like, as soon as anyone in that team starts to go down, they don't have the depth in a lot of those key positions, which that is what kind of hurt Klopp towards the end of his tenure at Liverpool. If any of those big players go down, I think that this season could definitely go off course for them. But so far, yeah, like it's definitely been really impressive. I think all those players you shouted out deserve their credit so far this season. I think Van Dijk has continued to be like one of the best, if not the best, center backs in the world. And yeah, that shit's fucking annoying, but as a Man United fan, it's extremely frustrating to see. But so far, yeah, they probably, like, if you had to put money on someone to win the league today, it'd be hard not to lean towards Liverpool. It would be either Liverpool or Man City. Like, those are the only two teams that I think are in the title race at this point into the league season.
Right now, yeah.
So, you know, and that it is surprising because I did not think that Liverpool were going to be in this spot coming into the season. I thought the combination of the new manager coming in and a lot of those key players getting a bit older would kind of all hit them at once, but it's been the opposite. It's like everyone kind of understood that with Klopp leaving, they needed to all step up and play at their highest level, and they have. And whatever Slot's telling them is working. So far, fuck. the fucking Scouse is getting it done, bro. That shit's annoying. Shit's fucking annoying. The next one I have on here for an impressive team, another Premier League shout, is Chelsea.
Interesting.
I'd very clearly put my flag in the sand at the start of the season.
That they were cooked, yeah, I feel that.
I called them a college team, if you remember.
You did.
I called them a college
How
team.
much kids that they had and shit.
And,
We're giving them
so
much
far,
shit.
they're a pretty good college.
They're pretty good.
They're a pretty good college team, shit.
They
like,
D1, bro.
They D1 as fuck, yeah. I don't know, bro. Like, they've definitely shown a lot of maturity that I didn't expect in a lot of positions. I still think their defense is pretty shaky, which is what I think will cost them down the line. Like, I still think they have a pretty good chance at top 4, but I doubt that they'll bring home any silverware this season with the way that their back line has been playing. But Cole Palmer, do you know what it reminds me of?
Who?
There was a time when there was this kid going crazy
This kid.
for a London club as well. And the whole world, this was about 10 years ago.
He said this kid.
And the whole world was saying, oh, yeah, he's doing all right now, but it's a one-season thing. Like, it's a purple patch. He's a one-season wonder. And then the next season, he came out and did the same thing. And the next season came out, he did the same thing and the same thing and the same thing. And 10 years later, we were saying he's one of the greatest Premier League players potentially ever, and that guy was Harry Kane.
Oh, okay.
I feel like this is a similar arc where he kind of comes out of nowhere. It's not like he was one of these really
Super
highly
washed,
rated wonder kids. Like, we knew who he was in the
Yeah.
City Academy, just like some people knew who Kane was as he was rising through the ranks of English football. But he wasn't like one of the huge star names getting played at a super young age teenager. Like, Kane and Palmer both were slightly late bloomers. And I think because of that, they just were both kind of tagged as being that one-season wonder after that first season of success.
How old is Palmer?
I think 23?
Yeah, okay. So he's a little bit up.
22 or 23. So, you know, you get that whole, like, one-season wonder chat, the whole, oh, are they going to be able to keep it going? And then, like Harry Kane did, Cole Palmer has continued his form, continued his play. And, like, I think at this point, this kind of just is Cole Palmer. I don't know if he's going to regress significantly. Like, I feel like this is basically the level he's at. And, I mean, what a deal for Chelsea to snag that guy off of Man City, a rival in the Premier League. You know, that they would love to have someone like that instead of, like, a Savio or something like that they're playing with right now. But the guy is just absolutely electrifying on the pitch. He really is. I mean, we talked about it, I think, maybe a month or so ago after one of his big performances. I think the 4-goal performance he had earlier this season, where it was like, is he the best English winger in the world? And we really thought, and we couldn't say no. And you're an Arsenal fan, I'm a Man United fan. We both have our guys that we'd like to put in that conversation, but at the moment, that's it. That's it, the fucking...
I feel like
He's cold. He is. It's undeniable.
Cole Palmer.
My prayer, my hope is that Chelsea is generally not one of those clubs that you, like, stay your whole career at. You know what I mean? Like, just culturally, they're kind of a hired gun kind of a club.
I feel it.
And so if a big club comes in with an offer, like, I'm hoping that eventually he could end up at, I don't know, maybe the team he supported when he was a kid, potentially, like Man United, whatever. Because I'd be surprised if he went to another London club.
Oh, yeah.
The storyline would be so good. Man United fan growing up, ends up in the City Academy, but doesn't get first team minutes. Goes and becomes a star at Chelsea, then comes back to his boyhood club, Man United, to stun on the club that rejected him.
Right.
The storyline's sick.
Right.
But
yeah,
that's for the future.
Right.
For now,
Right.
I just want to say that he's been impressing me. Chelsea overall have been impressing me. Another player I guess I could have shouted out just briefly is Moises Caicedo. We talked a lot about just overall in the football fan base, the price and the transfer and everything. He's legit, man.
I feel it.
He's legit. So, I mean, Chelsea, man. If I was a Chelsea fan, I would be excited about the future. because yes, it's been chaotic as fuck, and there's been a lot to complain about with just the lack of planning. It seems like there's been over the last few years, but at the least, there's a lot of really, really exciting young talent at that club right now. So the future is bright at Chelsea.
Oh, my turn to name
Yeah,
another team?
go. Unless you have anything you want to add on Chelsea and Cole Palmer.
Nah, bro. We fucking know that shit. We fucking Chelsea, bro.
Chippy Chip.
No, bro. Well, another team I guess we could talk about, honestly, that kind of is started rough in the beginning, but low-key's coming back, is AC Milan.
Yeah, yeah.
We just saw this past Champions League, and yeah, that guy. The unfortunate thing is he's somewhat doing pretty good for them, bro.
I know. He's like, yeah, definitely one of the best players in Serie A right now. Pulisic is insane.
Because honestly, Rafael Leao, he's doing decent, but he hasn't been doing how
he's not as consistent of a player, like, results wise. Like, Pulisic puts up the numbers consistently.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the surprising thing about it. I thought it would be more the opposite.
Yeah.
A bit more Leao than Pulisic, but nah, bro. Honestly, they came back. Like I said, they beat. Supposedly, we're supposed to be one of the best fucking teams. Real Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
Spanked their ass in their own fucking stadium, bro, which is fucking wild as fuck. Because who did they lose to beforehand?
In Europe?
Yeah, I forgot who they lost to.
I don't
bro.
remember. I could try and pull it up real
I'm
quick.
blanking on that.
I don't know.
Nah, bro. What was it, bro? Is it lost some embarrassing ass shit, bro?
They had lost to Leverkusen,
Yo,
Liverpool. I mean, those aren't the worst losses.
but that's a still hurt.
That was it in the Champions League, I believe.
But still, not good as hell, bro.
True. Wasn't a great start. They
Yeah.
beat Club Bruges and then beat Milan. They beat Real Madrid. Yeah, no, they've had a very impressive start to the season
And then they beat Inter before that, before they beat Milan and shit, bro.
before they beat Madrid. You
Oh,
just
yeah,
did what I
Madrid.
did. No, they have had a very impressive start to the season. Is there anyone else besides Pulisic that's been popping out to you? I feel like he is kind of the
main one that's kind of carrying the attack right now, right?
yeah. I mean, shit. Yeah, man. Let me take a look at the table in Serie A. Ooh.
They're not doing the best.
They're
but
actually
kinda
not.
coming
Yeah, I
back,
thought they were higher up in there. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of
It was like this
crazy.
last month that they're kind of turning up a little bit more.
That's true. Like you said, yeah, they didn't start as well, I guess. Shit. Well, look at Napoli shining without Osimhen. That's tough. But yeah,
They
bro.
don't need him. They don't need him.
AC Milan. That is a good shout. Pulisic has definitely had a really strong season. I actually don't know if you saw. I saw a post on Instagram earlier today, so I don't know how, like, strong the sources are, but apparently there's rumors that Liverpool and I think it was Man United actually are, like, kind of interested in potentially bringing him in the summer, but Milan are, like, wanting a lot of money because of how good he's doing right now. So I don't know how likely it is, but apparently they're both interested in him though. Would you want to see Pulisic back in the Premier League?
Captain America.
As a fan of the U.S. men's national team, exactly. Like someone who wants to see Pulisic shining
Captain America.
for the sake of our country's
the
football.
LeBron James of soccer.
The LeBron James of soccer. Do you want to see him back in the Prem? I'm going to be honest, I don't. I don't know how you feel about it, but I don't.
He would. How does he fit in United or Liverpool at this point too, bro?
United, he's fighting for minutes with Garnacho and Rashford as a right-footed winger. So that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Liverpool, maybe if you want to try playing him, because I know he plays more like off of the right a bit for Milan.
Yeah.
So if you want to play him there, which I guess maybe, that works for United too. Yeah, if you want to replace Salah with Pulisic, if that's going to be how they want to do it for Liverpool. And then for Man United, if he's going to play on the right. But yeah, it is an interesting, I don't know if that's the best fit for either club.
No.
And I just feel like shit's going so good for him right now at Milan.
Just
That
continue
like,
the form, bro. Just keep
yeah,
going. Win a
yeah.
championship over there real quickly, bro. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
now being a legend at that club means so much too. Like that would be huge for his legacy. I feel like he should, as long as shit is going good for him there, I wouldn't want to leave personally because he's done this before where he was doing good at Dortmund and then made the move to Chelsea,
And this shit.
and it's taken him this long to get his career kind of back on track. He kind of lost like 2-3 years of his career there, so I feel like at this point, if I was his like manager, if I had any say in things, I would definitely sit him down and say, "Hey man, like shit's going good, let's not risk it again." You know what I mean? But we'll see, bro. We'll see. The last impressive player I wanted to shout out is a guy that I have been a fan of for a while now, but a little over a year now. Victor Gyökeres. When he was when he was cooking, so before Sporting, when he was cooking in the championship at Coventry, I remember looking at his stats and looking at his highlights and just seeing the shit he was doing in the championship and thinking like, he's making this league look like child's play. And the championship is a difficult league. It's a physical league. Grown men playing tough Brexit ball.
Trying to make it, bro.
Trying to make it. And he was in that bitch cooking. And I thought, honestly, like a Prem team should have snapped him up last summer when Sporting got him. Because this is his first season over in Portugal. But for some reason, all of the clubs at the top that could have used a striker,
They went memes on him, bro.
no one decided to go for him. And so he ended up going over to Sporting Lisbon in Portugal. And he's been one of the best strikers in Europe this season. I saw a post that Fabrizio had today after he scored, it was 4 goals against Azerbaijan in their international game today for Sweden, that he already has for club and country over 30 fucking goals this season.
That's wild.
He's doing like Holland numbers.
That's
like it's
wild.
fucking ridiculous. And I know it's the Portuguese league, so the quality isn't quite as high.
But he's shown that he can do it in like
But bro, like he's
English football levels too.
He's a fucking dog out there. So what is he gonna do in these other leagues? I think he's still gonna compete. So I mean, obviously Sporting have all the cards in their hands now because they just got him. I'm sure his contract is for quite a while, but
and he's doing amazing now too with them.
you would have to imagine that some teams are going to at least explore that option over the summer because, I mean, he's a bit older. I think he's like 24, 25 maybe now.
Not too bad.
So, yeah, but he's like in his prime right now. Like, he is a peak player. I think he is so good. He's got a really awesome combination of skills that I know it's a lazy comparison. He's a bit shorter, but it does kind of remind you of a Zlatan because he's so fucking physical. Like, he really is so strong. Like, you watch him just body the fuck out of players, but then his touch is ridiculous. Like, he's so comfortable with the ball at his feet. Like, normally with those bruising strikers, they look really like just
sluggish and
clunky and shitty on the ball, but it's not the case, bro. He's silky smooth, and the finishing speaks for itself. The numbers speak for themselves. Like, he's a fucking dog, bro. Gyökeres is a dog, and the fucking celebration, this shit, the Bane mask thing. That's sick as fuck, bro. He's sick as fuck, dude. The guy's a fucking baller. I absolutely love him. And I am praying to Christ that he really liked his manager. And that he wants to link up with them again.
This guy still every single time we talk about a good player, he always has to say, "Oh."
So Cole Palmer was actual, like, there's childhood photos of him, and he was a Man United fan, legit. And fucking Gyökeres, his former manager, just signed for us. Okay. I'm not just pulling these out of thin air. I didn't say nothing about Rafinha, because I know he's not coming here. There's some stuff with these other guys. There's some stuff there.
Whatever.
I'm just saying there's stuff there.
Whatever.
Relax.
Sure.
Amor.
Oh, yeah.
Amor.
We'll see, bro.
Ruben Amorim.
Are we back this weekend or no?
I hope fucking so, dude. God damn. I can't do another weekend of this fucking trash. Yes, we are. Thank God. Thank God. Yes, yes, yes. The first Ruben Amorim masterclass will be this Sunday, 8:30 in the morning against Ipswich Town. Set your fucking alarm, brother. It is going off against Ipswich. 6-0. Some crazy shit. I think Amarim's going to score.
Oh, yeah, I was going to sub yourself on.
Bro, he's like 28, dude.
No.
Dude,
he's on Bruno. He's like, hey.
Fucking like younger than half the team, dude. He's gonna death, bro. Come on, dude.
Bruno.
Dude.
Vamos.
Y'all have no idea. Any more impressive players or teams that you got for me, Luis? Anyone else that's been making you say, ooh, that's nice?
Ooh, that's nice.
Ooh, I like that.
Honestly, not on the top of my dome that I can think of right now.
You don't fuck with nobody?
Not that I don't fuck with nobody.
You don't fuck with nobody?
It's not that I don't fuck with nobody.
Why don't you fuck nobody?
I didn't say I fuck with nobody, bro.
You don't fuck with nobody?
No, but I'm just, I can't think about them at the top of my head, bro. I don't go to sleep about thinking about them, bro. You do, probably. Yep.
Okay. What about disappointments?
Fucking Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Fucking Arsenal, bro. Fucking Arsenal.
Okay.
Disappointing players we could talk about in there. Martinelli.
Okay.
How many seasons do we have with them already? 4, is it already?
Around there.
He's supposed to be our starting player, but he's getting outplayed by Raheem Sterling and fucking, who else is Trossard?
That's not good. That's not good.
Saka is interesting. I don't know. I guess I'll put him in the disappointing players definitely for right now.
I feel for him because, like, I do feel like he is a good player. Maybe not quite as good as people made him out to be at first, but with better teammates, I think we'd see more. Like, if he played for Man City, you'd see more.
I feel that.
But he's like not Cole Palmer, though. You know what I mean? Like, I think you put Cole Palmer out there with just about anybody, and he'll go out there and cook.
Yeah.
He's just not that kind of guy, unfortunately.
Right. But
it was what it is.
Whatever, yeah, but
it is what it is. Goddamn.
whatever, dude.
How you feel about Gabby Jesus?
He's there.
How you feel about Kai Havertz?
He's in and out, bro. That was like
He's in and out? He's getting a double-double?
he's getting a double, bro.
That's what's up.
Because he's not consistent, bro. He's in and out, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Like the fries from In and Out.
Sometimes they're soggy, sometimes they're nice and crispy, bro.
Inconsistent.
There we go, bro.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Fuck it, bro.
Declan Rice.
Fair too. He's disappointing. I don't know if you're trying to say.
I'm not even saying I'm just asking your opinion. I'm just thinking of players and asking your opinion. Are they disappointing or not?
Disappointing, yes, because he should be stepping up right now. This is the time where he's
probably not getting red cards, huh? That's probably pretty dumb.
That should be the start of it, probably.
That's a good point to start with, for sure.
Hoping the midfield hold it down. Bro, like, I don't know. Shit's like... I don't know why shit's in the fucking shitter right now, bro.
You know who's a funny-ass player to me? Zinchenko.
He's there, too.
Because fucking Arteta's ass will literally play me at left back before he starts damn Zinchenko, bro. He hates Zinchenko.
He's just there.
What position does he play now?
Left back.
Because but he can't. He won't. He plays Partey at fullback instead of him. He hates Zinchenko.
That's like what I'm telling you. I don't know.
So if he's ever gonna play again, like where? Like in midfield? I don't think he's got the legs for that either. I feel like Zinchenko would be an elite 10 in like League 1. Like he's got to drop down a bit though. He could be like a legendary baller in Turkey. You know, he's got to drop down a bit though. Arsenal ain't for him. That's a fair shout. That's not where I was expecting you to take it first. I feel like you just had to get that one off of your chest though. Yeah. You could let me get to that punch first, cause that's true. I probably would have.
Did you have it on your list or no?
No.
Okay, good.
But I would
Fucking
have just
bitch.
fucking just they would have eventually popped into my head. Like I go to sleep thinking about it, like you said. So,
Yeah.
um,
Right.
Mbappe, dude, fucking
That was
Mbappe.
my next one, literally, that I was thinking.
That's what I thought you were gonna go to first, like, cause it's so obvious, bro. Like I don't even want to spend too long on it because it's just so exhausting at this
Mbappe,
point.
Mbappe.
At this point, I'm just gonna chalk it up to like getting used to the new city, new signing, new fucking the pressure of everything, just not fully feeling it.
Bro, but I feel like the team is so overwhelming in the attack right now, bro. Like, where are they going to play Jude? Where are they going to play Rodrigo? Where are they going to play Vini? Where are they going to play Mbappe?
I think Rodrigo's out. I think he'll probably be sold soon because I just don't
So
think
Jude
he
is going
fits
to play right
anymore.
wing?
I think Jude is either gonna have to adjust his game, or they're gonna have to invest more in like more defensive minded midfielders to counteract it. Cause right now, like Valverde's still a little too free roaming with this shit to be like fully chilling in there. Kind of same thing with Chumeni. Camavinga's I feel like the most defensively disciplined. But even then, he kind of likes to roam up a bit forward, which like you normally want from a Real Madrid player. But like they need like a Casemiro type of a player right now that just is a destroyer and can kind of sit back there and clean shit up to kind of open up the rest of the midfield. Like it's tough. They definitely have a lot of balance they have to figure out. But I think Rodrigo just is the odd man out, unfortunately. And he's still a really good player. I think he's going to go on to be really successful, but I just don't think he fits in anymore.
Crazy.
I think you do like Vinny and Mbappe up top is kind of like your inverted wingers, strikers, center forward, just free roaming attackers basically, with kind of Bellingham just in behind them as like a 10. And then everything else is like built from that. But that midfield three that plays behind them has to be very solid defensively. And so far, it just hasn't fully worked out. And they haven't had the best play from their midfield and fullbacks overall, kind of connecting shit. It's just all been a bit disjointed. It's all been a bit off.
I see, like, their biggest argument that I hear is, like, they're missing a Tony Kroos type of player.
Well, definitely that helps, having someone who's such a calm, composed playmaker in the midfield and just always knows how to find the right pass. They're definitely missing that type of creativity right now. I feel like there's a bit more balance that needs to be found in that midfield to like fully unlock all these creative players, because it's like the same challenge we saw PSG going through with Mbappe at one point with Neymar and Messi. When you have so much attacking talent, finding that balance defensively can be difficult at times, and I think that's where Madrid have been struggling. I guess what's been most surprising for me is that Mbappe struggled so much in front of goal and just getting into good attacking spaces, because I thought that part would be just a given. I thought that he would be successful in an attacking sense and that the team maybe would struggle defensively. But Mbappe has struggled a lot. Mbappe has struggled, bro. So it's going to be interesting to see how he deals with this pressure, because this is one of those things where, because we're still relatively early, like we said, we're only a third of the way through his first season at Real Madrid. If he turns it around, this will kind of be remembered in a positive way as like, oh, he went through this bad patch but had the like mental strength to overcome it, and it will get like rewritten in history as a positive thing. Kind of like, no one talks about how Luis Suarez for the first like, what was it, half season, maybe even first full season at Barca, he was awful when he first got to Barca. We used to meme about it when we would go play football together in high school, and we would go fucking go shoot at like high school with the goals. And we would go right up to the goal and we would sky it and be like, bro, I just hit a Suarez. You see what, like, bro, he went through that, but then no one talks about that no more, because he flipped his shit around and he ended up being a club legend for you guys. The very same thing could happen to Mbappe if he starts to figure his shit out.
Interesting comparison.
Well, it just popped into my head as someone who was at one of those huge clubs in Spain that was a very high profile signing and really underperformed at first, but we don't really talk about it no more because of what they ended up being at the club. I feel like this could be a similar situation with Mbappe potentially. Obviously, he's going to have to turn it around, but it's tough because he's even more high profile than Suarez was at the time. He's probably the biggest footballer on the planet right now, damn near.
At the moment. Yeah.
One of. So, will he be able to turn it around? I don't know. It's been very interesting, but so far, man, tough.
They're struggling, bro.
Tough.
They're struggling.
Very, very tough.
Vinny too, bro. He hasn't been doing well this season either, bro.
I feel like Vinny's been solid.
Man.
When I was looking at the stats, doing my research for stuff, he's still been putting up good numbers in La Liga, much more consistent than Mbappe. And he's had some really big performances recently in the Champions League that's kind of woken up his season. Like, he literally put out that tweet after the whole Ballon d'Or thing happened and Rodri won it. And, like, after that went out and had that crazy performance against, I think it was Dortmund in the Champions League. So, like, I feel like Vinny's really kind of turned it up recently, actually. So that's why I didn't want to throw him in the mix with the whole Real Madrid shit. For me, if I'm a Real Madrid fan, that's one of the few players I'm not mad at so far this season is Vinny. But overall, though, I would imagine it's been an extremely infuriating season to be a Real Madrid fan. Because think about the hype you would have had, bro. Coming into the season, you must have been thinking you're not going to lose a fucking game.
That's what I thought, bro.
That's what we all thought. So
I
imagine
was
being a
scared.
fan and the hype they would have had, bro, and then all of a sudden this shit, hell nah, bro.
As beat lost the
That's
first El
that's
Clasico,
yeah,
bro.
bro. Nah, that's the bad one. That's the bad because that's the one they remember for real, bro. That's rough, bro.
It's not even like a. I wouldn't say this is a ragtag team, but it's like not gonna be a consistent team probably.
Yeah, for Barca, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. No, it's definitely not a team that I expected them to get fucking handled by like that. Like, bro, absolutely crazy. But go ahead, another flop disappointment, another bum.
Another bum.
I'm just kidding.
Crazy.
Just
Roma,
kidding.
bro. What happened after Mourinho, bro?
Roma?
Roma.
That's an interesting shout.
Because
Interesting shout.
how were they doing before Mourinho left? They like what, like fucking like fifth.
I think they were starting to climb back up a bit more in the table because they have been going through just a rough patch in general. I feel like over the last 5-ish years, ever since kind of that last generation of great club legends retired.
Roma.
Yeah, they are down here in 12th. That's pretty stinking, dude. That's pretty stinking.
Looking like Man United, bro.
Alright. Let's relax. Damn, bro. See, when you're still having Stefan El Shaarawy in your fucking team and it's
Hit that
2024.
shit, bro.
Damn, and I forgot about the Dybala signing. I remember when he first signed the, like, aura was
Juventus.
off the fucking
When he signed, who was
charts.
it from? Fucking Parma or something? Not Parma. It was fucking, I forgot.
Juve.
No, where did he sign from though? Who was the team he was playing? Remember the team with the
Before he
pictures?
went
Yeah.
to Juve?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was, I think, Parma. Yeah, the fucking...
It's
Or
not Parma.
Palermo.
Palermo.
Yeah, Palermo. Yeah, with the pink kits. Yeah, those were so cold on FIFA 14, bro. Oh my god, if you know, you know. But fucking no, bro, I'm saying when he's first signed to Roma though, like the city went crazy. I remember the
That
whole
was supposed to be
thing,
the
like
guy, yup.
yeah, like he was supposed to be it, bro. They've still got Lorenzo Pellegrini. I always thought he was really good. Damn, what happened to this team?
The new manager, I don't know.
That's interesting. That is interesting. I mean, yeah, that's tough, bro.
He
That's
won a
tough.
title with Moon, and then that kind of just fell off.
Who is the new manager? Oh, it's Ranieri. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I haven't kept up with Roma really, as you could probably tell. I mean, let's see what they've been getting. I want to see what their last team they put out in Serie A
Whoa,
was.
that's interesting.
Okay. Yeah, this is weird, dude. This is weird. I mean, it kind of reminds me a bit of how Amarim sets his teams up a bit formation-wise.
That's interesting.
I remember this goalkeeper fucking... I don't know how to say his name, though.
is it?
Svilar, I guess?
Silar.
I just remember he was like a really hyped-up player when he was younger, and then he's just kind of still there. Just kind of doing his thing.
He's playing, bro.
Damn, man. Well, I mean, I just am surprised. It just wasn't even on my radar as a potential pick was Roma. Like, I'm just not that locked in with the Serie A and shit. But, bro, look at you with your Italian football shouts, bro. Damn. That is fucking wild, bro. Roma have completely fallen off. That's what happens when you lose Mourinho, though. You lose the aura, and that's it. Everything goes to shit. Everything goes to
if
shit.
Mourinho was there, he would put Fred at striker, and it would be top of the league.
It's that simple, bro. You just have to hoof it up to Fellaini. That's it. That's all it ever took. That's all it ever took. Damn, that's a good shot though. That's interesting. We'll keep it with some intercontinental stuff. I know a lot of times we focus on the Premier League and La Liga and shit, but one of the teams that's kind of let me down a bit this season was Leverkusen. Because last season,
unbeatable.
They were so great, bruh. Just so fucking great.
Fucking unbeatable.
And what worried me last season, and I'm worried me, it's not like I'm a fan, but just from a neutral perspective, was I felt like their entire squad was going to get picked apart. I was certain that Xabi Alonso was going to end up as the Liverpool manager. Like, I just thought the whole thing was done. Xabi Alonso stays.
Yep.
Vert stays, Frimpong stays, like all the big players stayed, the manager stayed. Like there's no reason that the form shouldn't have continued.
Yep.
And they're still like doing okay in Bundesliga. I think I saw when I was looking into it that they're still like right around the top 4 race, but nowhere near the title race that they were dominating last season. And in the Champions League, they've been fucking trash. Fucking trash.
Ass.
And so I can't believe it. Like, the only player who seems to still be performing at a pretty high level is Wirtz. And besides that, everyone else is just fucking...
Ass.
What the fuck happened?
Ass.
And, like, I haven't watched enough of their games to know. Like, I'm not here to give, like, the deepest insight. I'm not doing a deep dive here. I'm disappointed. I'm fucking let down. Because... when I tune in to watch them on their Champions League games, which is realistically most often when I'm watching Leverkusen, I expect to tune in and be impressed by exciting football and see awesome players doing fun shit and see Xabi Alonso looking cool.
Not happening.
None of it's happening. I mean, Xabi Alonso still looks kind of cool, but he looks sad and mad also, which is not cool. Which is not cool. So, yeah, bro, just overall, fucking fall off of a season, bro. Fall off of the season, which is wild because they kept that run going last year. It was so magical. But I guess the magic ran out. I guess the magic fucking ran out.
Shout out to Xabi Alonso, bro. Fuck, man. Is it a fluke? Is it a fluke?
The season that they had last year?
Yeah. Is it a fluke?
Nah, because you can't call a full season a fluke like that. Like, would you say Leicester City's title win is a fluke? No.
But they fell off after, though.
Yeah, but, like, some play... Yeah, bro, but nah, you cannot.
Nah.
When you do 30-plus matches, the full season of that level of consistency, it's not a fluke, bro. It's not a fluke. If it's, like, a half-season thing, little bit of the season, yeah, it could be a fluke. Bro, if you win the trophy, you win the trophy, you win the trophy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no...
win the trophy, win the trophy, win the trophy.
That's it. There's no debating shit at that point. It's in your cabinet. It's in your cabinet. Where is it?
In the cabinet.
In the fucking cabinet. And so, fuck it, bro. Can't call it a fluke. They got it.
It's a fluke.
In the cabinet.
It's a fluke.
It's in the cabinet, though.
Scam.
You're mad?
Scam.
But it's in the cabinet.
Scam.
I'll go show you. In the cabinet.
You don't got shit, bro.
I don't.
Exactly.
I wasn't there. But it's in their cabinet. Somewhere. In Germany.
Germany? Oh, you're talking about Leverkusen. I thought you were still talking about Leicester.
Oh. No. Well, like, maybe Robert Huth got his shit somewhere. Shout out to that guy. Did not expect to be pulling that out of the fucking... Do you remember Fuchs, their left back?
Oh,
I think it was
yeah,
Austrian.
Austrian, yeah.
I always thought it was funny because it was Fuchs.
Fuchs.
His name was Fuchs.
Fuchs.
Anyway, went off the rails a bit. Give me another disappointment, Luis. Who else has pissed you the fuck off? Made you say, "Oh, you're fucking trash.
Pissed me off.
You stink. You're smelly. You trash."
Not pissed me off, but like, damn. Man United, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. What's up?
We're back.
You're back?
We're back right now, though.
You're back. You're back.
I mean, I feel it, though. Like, I had them on my list, too. You started off with Arsenal. I was finishing with United. But, yeah, that's fair. I mean, I can't say otherwise. It's disappointing.
What the fuck is going on, bro? How come all of a sudden you guys can't fucking score? And
It's not all of a sudden. We had the exact same problem last season. We have players that aren't, like, the best finishers.
Well, how come you guys gonna fucking do these last few games and fucking somehow score now?
Well, you know that new fucking manager bounce with Van Nistelrooy. The players are feeling good vibes and shit, but it's just, that's how it always goes, bro.
Right, that's how it always goes.
That's how it always goes in football and sports in general. Just the new manager bounce is a real thing. But fucking, bro, like, we never signed, like, a top prime striker.
Hey, bro, Xerxes.
He's alright. He's a good footballer, but a top striker, no. A top goal scorer, no.
So we're selling Xerxes?
Not necessarily, no.
No?
No.
You want to sell him for a top-level striker?
Well, if that obviously presented itself, yes.
Oh.
I'm saying we're not just going to throw him away for nothing, just for no reason. We don't need to just get rid of him because we're a poor club and we need the money.
Oh.
Like some other clubs.
Yeah,
for
right.
example.
Yeah, right.
But if, like, a deal presented itself that made it to where we were able to get a really elite footballer in the building, I feel like you would have to consider that. 100%. It would be negligent not to. Like, if you have the chance to bring in a top-level player, you have to consider it. So, of course, if there's some type of swap deal or some type of sale that helps us bring in another player, then, yeah, we got to consider it if it's a worthwhile deal. But, no, I'm not in a rush to sell him because he's still, like, bro, it's like, what? He's a fucking dozen games into his Man United career or some shit. Like, I think judging him this early would be harsh. It's just that even before we signed him, no one was expecting him to come in and be Holland. Like, we knew that the type of player he was more of like a 9.5, like a false 9 kind of player. So, unfortunately, that hasn't really brought out the best in our wingers 100% of the time like we've wanted it to. And I think we've realized we need more goals from our striker. We need more goals from our wingers for sure. I think Rashford needs to step up his performance a bit, which he's been doing a tad lately, which is good to see. Garnacho's been pretty solid for his age especially. I've been very impressed with his performances this season. Would like to continue to see that. But, I mean, bro, our attack is definitely a problem. Our midfield is still, unfortunately, a problem. It's rough, bro. It's rough. But I'm curious to see how the change in system is going to affect it.
Interesting to see, bro, in the middle of the season and shit,
It'll
too.
be very, very interesting. Yeah.
Unexpected at all, because you did not... None of us didn't expect this to happen.
It just came earlier,
season,
yeah. It came earlier than
anticipated. It came earlier? You were kind of expecting already for this one to get sacked, or what?
I mean, it was on our radar as fans. It was certainly something that we knew was possible after all the bad results.
Please.
Towards the end of last season, the noise was already getting loud. And then coming into this season, shit didn't improve at all. The conversations that I had been seeing amongst fans online was we expected it to be potentially like around Christmas. Because that's like the typical time when you'll see managers get sacked around midway through the season. So it was about a month to 6 weeks-ish earlier than anticipated. But to me, like, if you're going to make the move, make it. Like, I'm happy that they didn't sit around and wait on it, because who knows if another club would have gone and got Amorim, and then who knows, we would have been fucked. So, like, you know, if as soon as the board knew that they were done with Ten Hag, like, fuck it, let's just move on. Like, yes, I have my opinions on it, but at the same time, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for the future. Yes, we have been a fucking disappointment so far this season. There hasn't really been a lot of standout players that you could really shout out, unfortunately. But we got a new gaffer. Got a new fucking vision, bro. We're back. We're back.
We'll see.
We're back.
We'll see. You've heard that many times already from the United fans.
Yeah, but we've also heard this is our year from Arsenal fans a lot too. So let's all just chill, all right? Let's all just chill. Let's all just chill. Let's all just chill.
Right.
This next one, I don't want to like spend too long on it, but I shouted them out pretty heavy at the start of the season, and I feel like so far I've been a bit wrong on it, and that's Atletico Madrid.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I really loved the business they did over the summer.
Interesting.
I really loved the way they were building the team.
I was gonna say them, but I'm like, they've been doing it.
No, it's not. That's why I said I don't want to spend too long on it, because they're not a complete.
Yeah.
I just overrated them a bit.
Fair.
I thought they were gonna be like really legit in the title race potentially this season, and so far that's just not really looking like it's looking like typical Atleti.
And I guess I can say
where they're just decent.
I guess I can say I just overhyped them being shit too. I think I said that they're gonna be like in 10th place or like 9th place or some shit.
You
like that.
definitely had them way too low, way too low. So
I thought it was gonna
definitely
be.
disrespected them more.
I think I said it's gonna be Simeone's last year or some shit like that.
See, I don't think that's gonna be the case. But to me, it's just kind of more the same. Basically, it's more typical Atleti shit, which I expected a bit more. So that's really it. Like I don't even want to bash them too hard because it's still a decent season and they could still turn shit around if some of their newer signings start to turn up. I just thought they brought in so many players that were doing so well over the last couple years in La Liga and shit. Like it just felt like the stars were aligning for Griezmann towards the end of his career and a lot of these guys.
Or some shit like that.
Yeah, bro, I really did think that bro, I thought Julian was gonna like rip shit up, honestly. Cause bro, for City, he looked really, really good at times for them, bro. Like I thought he was a really quality player. And so far, yeah,
decent. Man. Yeah, he's not bad, but
no, that's decent. What I'm saying. Like it's not like they're terrible, but just I overrated it a bit. Which hey, it happens. Sometimes shit looks juicy on paper, but this ain't FIFA. You know what I mean? Shit's different in real life. Sometimes
you don't play that shit no more, bro. You can't even say it.
Well, that's why I call it FIFA still. That's how you know I don't play this shit, bro. I'm an unky for real.
Bro.
But yeah, Atleti just a bit. Like I said, I don't want to bash them too hard, but just a bit. Atleti, step it up, bro. Step it up.
Oh.
Make me look smart. I like it when I look smart on here, bro. If they would have cooked this season, I would have looked like a genius.
That's stupid.
But now I'm fucking stupid, bro. And it's fucking
stupid.
Bro, you thought they were gonna fucking get relegated for you.
I didn't say relegated. I didn't say relegated.
Damn, fucking.
I did not say relegation.
Bro, ninth place for Atleti is basically the relegation.
No, it's sacking time for Simeone. That's what I thought.
And exactly, you're a fucking dumbass because none of that shit's happening.
There's what position are they right now? Like in fifth,
I think third. It's third or fourth. Yeah, they're in third. They're in third. 7 points behind you guys in first. That's only a few games back. Like, it's not even out of reach. They're 1 point behind Real Madrid. Nah, bro. That's why, like, they're doing decent. I just thought that they would be doing better. Okay. I just thought they'd be doing better. That's all.
You thought they would be cooking the league? That's what you thought?
I thought they were going to be, like, legit in the title race, like, for sure ahead of Barca. And fighting with Real for the league. That was my... we talked about it. That was my prediction for the league this season. And, yeah, it hasn't... I think it's mostly their performances in Europe more than anything. Now, granted, they did just get a pretty big win against PSG recently, but so far the start to their European campaign has disappointed me. It's disappointed me.
Trash as fuck, bro.
What can I say?
Stupid.
Okay.
Stupid.
Okay.
That's right.
Fuck you, bro. Tell me who fucking...
That's right.
Tell me who sucks.
Who sucks?
Besides Arsenal, because we know that already. We been knowing that.
Dortmund's been kind of...
Dortmund?
Yeah.
Interesting. Aren't they, like... I thought they were doing decent in the Bundesliga.
But they've been doing shit in the Champions League, though.
I mean, yeah, they did kind of blow it. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. They're in 7th. Jesus, I was wrong. God damn, yeah, they are 10 points behind Bayern right now. That's tough. Yeah,
they're having a tough season.
I mean, like, the biggest match for me that comes to mind, obviously, is the game against Real, where, yeah, fucking blew it. Got fucked. That is tough. Damn. I mean, shit. Who's been cooking for them this season? Who's been not cooking?
It's not Adeyemi, it seems like.
See, I always really liked Adeyemi, man, but yeah. I do feel like Guirassy is a good player, and he's been one of their best players this season, clearly, with his goals, but yeah, man, that is pretty rough so far this season. I feel like it's one of those years for them, though, where they're kind of just transitional, like... They've sold off a lot of those big stars over the last few seasons. And I feel like they haven't really fully replaced that talent successfully. And so I feel like they could kind of... If they honestly looked and assessed this squad, they probably knew that they weren't going to be, like, towards the top of the Bundesliga this season. You know what I mean?
But 7th, though?
No, that's definitely underperforming.
And trash performances after trash performances in the Champions League?
That's definitely underperforming. I mean... Bundesliga is tough.
Fucking Frankfurt.
Bundesliga is
Fucking
tough right now,
Frankfurt is doing
man.
better than them.
I know. I know.
Freiburg.
Bruh.
How? Oh wait, hold on.
You said what? You said what?
Nothing. Nothing.
That is pretty rough, bro. That is pretty rough. I didn't even that was another one that wasn't even on my radar. Fucking Dortmund. And this is their next match coming up this weekend. Dortmund and Freiburg.
Let's see who got the smoke.
It's actually a fucking banger Bundesliga match, bro.
Fucking beat the shit out of each other.
Oh shit, dude. We'll see, bro. I mean, that is honestly a good shout. That is a good shout. I mean, I just don't even know what they could do to change this though. Like they are just that club. That's
Who's your
like
manager right now?
fucking. I swear the last time I had looked, it was your mom. But let me see. Oh, it's fucking. That's right. No, I do remember. It was Sahin. I remember because when I saw that in their Champions League game, I was like, "Oh my god, we're getting old, bro."
We remember
like,
using him in FIFA.
Well,
not using him, but
like packing him and discarding him a
84.
bunch.
He was decent fodder.
Was he ever 84?
He was 84 in FIFA 14.
Huh? Yeah. Oh, wow. Damn. A while ago. But yeah, no, I do remember that shit, though. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, exactly.
I do remember that shit, though. Yeah, I mean, it's just, that's crazy to think that was a fucking manager now. We are getting old, bro. We are getting old, and that fool's probably going to get sucked. That's tough. I mean, yeah, they do just kind of hold on to a lot of these weird players, and they don't really know what to do with them. Like, what the fuck is Gio Reyna still doing there, bro? Like, what is he doing?
Nobody wants him, probably.
I want him.
To where?
For our show. He could come kick it.
Oh, shit. Are you going to pay him?
I don't got that type of bread, but he could come kick it, though.
Nice. You think that fool's going to hit the dance, too?
Potentially. You never know with these guys. If you had to say, like, top disappointing player for Dortmund.
Top disappointing player for Dortmund. Interesting. Honestly, like I said, Adeyemi, he was supposed to be their guy.
Fair, I guess. It doesn't even look like he's really been starting for them a lot recently.
I think he was injured or some shit.
That makes sense. Yeah, bro, he was supposed to be kind of like one of their bigger players. Hasn't really fully taken that next step. I like him, man. I've always thought he was cool. What you gonna do, man? What you gonna do? Well, this is the last one I got then, since we already... My last one was gonna be United, but we brought that up already. They fucking shit. The last one I got here is PSG.
Wow.
PSG.
Yeah, fair. I didn't think about that one.
So, my thing with them is, like, I didn't even look at the table in Liga.
Barcola.
Let's pull it up. They're probably on top. Yep, there they are. Look at them. Winning Liga. Whoop-de fucking do.
Fucking Champions League, though.
And that's where it matters at this point. Because we know that Liga is just a walk in the park for them. It is what it is, bro. So who even really cares? Me personally, I don't. But then when it comes to this shit in Europe and they just get smashed, bro, that's embarrassing as fuck. Because, like, bro,
their project failed so hard and I fucking love it.
They tried to make it work so bad with Mbappe.
They tried to take our two best players and they fucked it.
And it just did not work, bro. Like, that shit is crazy to me how they could have... This is my thing, bro. Out of every club in Europe, I don't know if any club, like, has more resources but consistently fails to make that work, like, actually get anything out of it.
And the shitty part about it is, like, they're making City look good.
Yeah, no, they do kind of make it more impressive what City have been able to accomplish because they prove that just having the money isn't everything. Yeah. It's knowing how to spend it. And they just don't. And it's crazy because I like a lot of their players. I think they have talented players, but they really are kind of more of a college team damn near than Chelsea in a lot of ways. Like,
Tough.
they just throw so much youngsters at the wall and just say, y'all figure it the fuck out.
Ball out, please.
Literally.
Ball
and then
out and money.
in Liga, it'll work because they're good enough and they've got enough talent that they can kind of get by. But then when they come up against these real teams in Europe, that shit gets spooky quickly.
Thrashed.
It's just disappointing, man. It's just disappointing. Like I said, like,
Do they still have Kimpembe?
I think so, yeah.
But he's already hitting his like.
Yeah,
40s,
late 20s. Late 20s. Yeah, no, he's getting older.
Kimpembe.
I mean, just the whole team, like, underwhelming as hell. The whole club, what it represents, is underwhelming as hell. Because they have had every fucking opportunity, every chance to make themselves a powerhouse, a successful team in Europe.
What do you think they need as a team? Do you think they need like a more experienced player probably to go on board?
It's funny, what I was about to say is like leadership.
I was thinking about like an Anton Griezmann type of player.
Maybe. This is something that you'll never really know from the outside looking in. But just my assumption, it feels like that dressing room doesn't have enough like characters in it who are kind of willing to call people out. And would Griezmann be that guy? Maybe, like, because he has that veteran status, but at the same time, is it in his personality? I honestly don't know. Like, I don't know enough about Atleti to know, like, who are the vocal characters for them in their squad and shit. I just feel like, because, like, it's not, to me, it's regardless of age. You just need someone who's going to come in and be, like, as a Man United fan, I know that Bruno Fernandes changed our entire club when he came in because he holds himself to a very high standard.
Look at me. I am the captain now.
And because he holds himself to that standard and openly does so, he feels justified holding everyone else to that standard. So when people fuck up, he tells them about it. Because when he fucks up, if someone tells him about it, he expects it too. Like, he wants everyone to care. And I feel like it kind of elevated the whole standard for a bit. Now, obviously, that's gone through peaks and valleys because one player can't ultimately change the entire club culture. And there's a lot of rotten shit at Man United. But my point being, that one player was able to, for a time, really flip around the whole vibe of the entire team just off the fact of him taking himself so seriously and holding everyone else to that standard.
Being the top guy there or whatever.
I feel like PSG needs a lot of that right now. They need some players who are going to hold people accountable. I think they're just still kind of in their like PTSD phase of like they just had the whole mess of Mbappe for the last like 5-6 seasons, however long it was. That shit's finally over and done with. He's gone. They can finally start to move on, but like everyone is still just like looking around the corner like, oh, is his entourage about to show up? Like they're still tweaking out a bit. I feel like they can finally start to hopefully, the further away they get from Mbappe, like build their own identity as a club.
That's hard because they just try to sign the biggest players they can, bro.
I mean, post Mbappe, they haven't. Like, they signed just younger talent this summer. They didn't try to make any big splashes and, like, replace them with some huge Galactico type of signing. We'll see if they go out and, you know, make me look like a dumbass this summer and just go out and try to sign some crazy big player. But
watch them sign fucking Eucharist.
I mean, see, that I would think would be a great signing, though. I'm saying, like, just go waste some money on someone who's, like, past their prime, just a big name. I do think maybe a Griezmann would kind of fall into that category of, like, let's just bring in, like, a big French legend just for the sake of it. Like, I don't necessarily think that's the move. But a club with the resources of PSG should be successful. So there's no reason that they're not. So we'll see what they end up doing going forward. I really like Desiree Doué. I really, really like Desiree Doué.
Kiss him then.
I would.
Yeah.
So for the sake of him, I hope they do better. Or sell him to Manchester United, please. Because I really like him.
He's so desperate, bro. United fans are so desperate.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Y'all hungry.
Nah, because we got the best manager in the Prem.
Y'all hungry.
We got the best manager in the Prem.
Sure you do.
Yeah.
Sure you do.
But that fool just bitch smack Pep. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And Arteta's about to get sacked, bro. I don't think that fool's gonna make it the rest of the season. So, shit. We definitely got the best manager.
Right.
Any more disappointments, Lise?
Not really. That I can think of.
Nobody else pissed you off?
Nobody pisses me off, but yeah, no. Shut up, fuck. You piss me off, dog.
I knew you were gonna say that shit, you stupid bitch.
What the fuck?
Big Bronson Reed. Someone that I've been a big fan of. I've been a big proponent of his on this show. I've begged for him to win big matches. I've begged for him to get the push that he so rightly deserves. And now he has been put into the Bloodline storyline. He is a part of the Bloodline 2.0. And on this most recent episode of Raw, pinned Seth freaking Rollins with the help of his new buddies. How do we feel? Because I'm going to be honest,
I kind of like...
as much as I'm a massive fan, it's a little random.
Not really.
Explain.
I feel like I kind of never really spoke on it, but I kind of already had not had a feeling, but I kind of saw it.
Well, it's easy to say now.
Well, no, because
Go ahead.
it's like, my dude, he's like the only fucking like Samoan fucking in that tree line that's not involved. Besides Nia Jax, but like, is Nia Jax really like?
See, I guess I just thought that the barrier for entry was higher than just being Samoan. I thought you had to be like somehow related to.
They are somehow still related.
Is he somehow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
He's like tied into that family somehow. Yeah.
Okay. See,
yeah.
These are things that I feel like could have been explained. Because I only know about his like Samoan heritage because I've watched interviews of Bronson Reed outside of any official WWE product. Like just me watching him because I'm a fan of his work. So I knew about his like cultural back, not to the extent that I didn't know that he was like related to all those guys, but these are all things that I feel like your casual fan isn't gonna know. Like they're just assuming is he just, and maybe there's more explanation to come, but so far from what I've seen, it all just seems a bit like, oh, we found a. Like, do you remember when he was first debuting on the main roster and he was like helping out the Miz and shit, and he would like, it was the whole thing was that he was like a gun for hire kind of, like you could just give him money and he would come and beat the shit out of whoever you wanted, and it kind of feels like this is taking a step back to that a little bit for me. Like,
wow, that's interesting.
I just feel like he was having this great feud going with Seth that I kind of wanted to see continue going as a singles feud.
But I guess that's what it turned into now.
And now it's kind of just being shoehorned into
the Bloodline
a part of a bigger story, which, let's be real, that's going to swallow up any of the momentum that Seth versus Bronson had as like a solo feud because of the just magnitude of everything that goes on with the Bloodline. It's the biggest story in wrestling. So I feel like by default, Bronson Reed kind of takes a bit of a step back. He's certainly one of the most interesting members of the Bloodline 2.0's War Games team.
Definitely, yeah.
But I think people are still going to be more interested in seeing, obviously, Solo facing off with Roman and all of that stuff, but even Jacob Fatu facing off with everyone. And so I just feel like this isn't... Now, look, it's good because by association, he's going to look more like a main event player. And coming out of this, hopefully he's able to develop into more of his own thing. I don't want him to be a part of, like, the Bloodline long term, though. Like, I just don't feel like... fuck, bro. Like, he was so close to breaking through as a singles heel star. And now he's going to end up being just another one of Solo's lackeys. Like, that's not really where I saw all this going, you know? I don't know. I'm just a bit, as a fan of Bronson Reed, I fuck with Bronson Reed tough. The promos he was doing with Adam Pearce and shit when he came to his house and they did that whole thing, that was awesome. I loved that. He was finally being this, like, badass, cocky, sure of himself monster that, like, oh, I don't care about all the accolades, I don't care about the attention, I just want to fuck shit up. Like, I loved that character he was developing, and it just, I don't know, man.
No, he does it for your
Now he's doing it for Solo.
I love you, Solo.
He loves Solo.
I love you, Solo.
He loves Solo, and I don't know how I feel about that. Again, I even fuck with Solo. I'm a fan of all of this bloodline shit that's been going on until they started trying to shoehorn in a fifth member for each team, because it was just so perfect as a 4v4. It made so much sense. The story was right there. All the characters involved, we know they're involved. We know why they're involved. It makes sense they're involved. And it was going to be this like nostalgic bloodline reunion that still advanced the story more of like Solo and Roman and everything we're seeing. Like, I was actually really excited for that War Games match. I thought that was going to be really good. Because normally the War Games ends up being more what we're seeing on the women's side, which we'll get to later. But and that'll still be a good match. But it's just all a bunch of random heels and faces thrown together to have a big fun match. And that's cool. It's a fun spectacle. But the Bloodline match had a lot more behind it, story-wise.
Yeah.
And now it's drifting a bit into the spectacle realm. It's still going to be much more story-driven because of everything that's built up into it. But adding in Bronson Reed and what I'm assuming is going to be Seth to the teams, I'm not... It's just like, bro, why?
Talking about.
Why? No, that... I think that was Paul Heyman. Because that's who we called at the end of the episode of Raw.
He tried to, but...
And I think that was the call they were telling him to make. And he finally made the call, and the call didn't go through. But we'll get into that in a bit as well. We'll talk Wise Man in a bit. Before we move on from the Survivor Series with the men's side of things, the final thing I want to get into is the fifth member of the face team of the original Bloodline team. Because while it does seem like it's going to be Seth Rollins, it's definitely drifting in that direction. I want to throw out other ideas we might have, just if there is anything out there, because I have one on my mind that it's not going to happen. But I'm going to throw out this option just as an example of how I think we could have done the fifth member a bit more
justice or whatever.
With more story behind it.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen CM Punk. And I don't know if he's medically available.
Yeah.
So that I could understand as being a circumstance.
But why Punk?
Paul Heyman. Because
just because he's the
Punk,
Paul Heyman guy?
Before Roman came into the picture, and Brock definitely held that title for a while, but to me, Punk is like the quintessential Heyman guy.
That's the craziest shit I've seen online, that it was gonna be Brock or whatever.
And see, that I could have also kind of understood. I just prefer Punk as a Heyman guy. I think he embodies everything it means to be like that outsider who kind of makes the name for themselves, doesn't give a fuck what anyone says, does it your own way. Obviously the ECW tie-in and everything. Like, I just think Punk really is like if this is a whole separate conversation, but if we're just talking about who is like the quintessential Paul Heyman guy, I would argue Phil Brooks, CM Punk. For me personally.
So then who would have been the member for the
this is me assuming that Bronson Reed was already locked in. Like, I was writing this question as if we're going from the current moment where we're at in the kayfabe. Like, we can assume Seth is probably going to be it, but it's not official yet. So as of right now, with the 5 bad guys we know are going to be there, who would have been a fifth member you could have added to the face team that could have been just a maybe more interesting option than Seth Rollins? Now, granted, Seth has his own backstory with Roman, obviously. That has its own thing. But I kind of like where they're going with Seth trying to, like, stand on business with not joining up with Roman after, obviously, everything that their relationship went through in the storyline with S.H.I.E.L.D. and everything. Like, it, to me, makes the most sense that Seth would not want to realign with Roman and continue to kind of carve his own path, as he's done such a great job of doing. And then again, that leaves you with needing a fifth member, and I think the choice that would have been the most interesting for me would have been Punk. You bring back the Wise Man, you bring back Punk.
That's wild.
Because they've mentioned it before where I think it was when Solo and them first were kind of like doing their whole like bloodline without Roman shit post Mania, and they attacked CM Punk, and Heyman pulled him aside and told him like, hey, like before with Roman we kind of had an agreement, like we leave CM Punk alone, like because of mine and his personal history, and like Roman always respected that. So like even in storyline, Heyman has acknowledged to Solo the importance of his and Punk's relationship, and the fact that Roman even respected that and left Punk alone because of the wise man. So it's like those little seeds have been planted there of like this whole wise man Punk tie-in could have been something really interesting, and I think would have just been fun. I think it would have been fun. I think it would have been fascinating to have seen CM Punk and Roman Reigns standing side by side. Because those are really two of the most opposite. Like, one truly embodies everything it means to be, like, a company
WWE
guy,
superstar.
a WWE guy. And one is, like, the complete opposite.
Fuck y'all.
He's been an anti-establishment guy his entire career. And so I just think that would have been a really fun way to tie someone else in. I don't know if you have any other guys that kind of pop to your head as potential options.
Not really, honestly.
I feel like there's not a lot at the moment. Because, like, Cody is so locked up with everything, and that locks up KO and Randy, who are other, like, top faces on the show. There's no one else who really fits into that category of being, like, I don't want to say worthy, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, kind of prestigious enough in their own right
and
to fit in.
Supposedly hates the bloodline still and shit.
And then, yeah, like, has any sort of relation to the storyline overall whatsoever. So, yeah, I don't know. I was just sitting around earlier today as I was coming up with the topics for the pod, and I was like, like, this fifth member thing, it's probably going to be Seth. How do we feel about that? And then as I was thinking about it, I was like, fuck, you know what would have been really cool? Probably won't happen, but you know what would have been really fucking cool? CM Punk.
I guess.
Just saying. Just saying.
There, but I guess
I wouldn't have even been as mad at I mean, look,
been out there.
There's the whole shit with him having his PP things that he likes and everything, so who knows about all that. But Brock Lesnar would have been at least a more, like, again, like, storyline-wise. Like, I'm just saying, like, there's other questions that I would personally really like answered before I see this guy on the WWE program again. But that withstanding, like, that, if we just kind of set that weird shit to the side for a second, that at least would have made sense, like, with the, like I said, the Heyman is the key here. Like, with him getting the call and not answering, I guess we'll get into that now. What is your theory there? Because that's been one of the most interesting debates I've seen people having is why didn't Heyman pick up for Roman?
Solo broke the phone.
Is that what you really think it is?
Solo broke the phone.
Because, dude, like, you think you couldn't get another phone?
Not with the same number. He probably doesn't have the number.
See, to me, I'm not buying. I'm not buying. I've had the same phone number since I was like 13, and I'm 24 now.
He probably didn't want the same number because the Solo had it or some shit.
I don't know. If they're going to try and sell me on the idea that he doesn't have the same number because Solo Sikoa broke his iPhone, I don't think I'm buying. That's a little stupid. The iCloud is a thing, dude. Like, when you buy a new phone, it all just syncs up and it's all good. It's all, your fucking photos are still there now. Like, it's all... I'm sorry, but nah, I'm not having that. I'm not having that.
He's low-key. He didn't want to get fucked up again, bro.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not having that. I think it has to be an intentional, I didn't want to answer.
Why?
And that's the question that has to be answered. But there's no fucking way you can expect me to believe that, oh yeah, sorry. And then what, he changed his number and, like, just didn't tell Roman?
Because he was out of the fucking company at the time.
See,
He tried to get in contact.
I'm trying to get to is, here's my problem with this whole theory. Because you're not I've seen this floating around on the internet. This is my problem with this theory. Even if, okay, let's assume phone broken, that means phone number broken. Even though that's fucking stupid. But okay, let's just assume. Why does he not then go out and let Roman know, hey, dude, like, I'm pretty sure they follow each other on Instagram. You can shoot him a DM real quick. Hey, bro, new number, and just send him that shit real quick. Like, so to me, no, but let me land this. people are not thinking deeply enough about this, in my opinion. Here, people need to dig a little deeper, because yes, okay, why didn't he answer? Oh, it's because he broke the phone. But why wouldn't he then extend the new number to Roman? That's the question people aren't asking themselves. It's deeper than just, oh, he broke the phone. There's a reason, an emotional reason, in my opinion, that the wise man does not want to be connected right now to the tribal chief, to his OTC. I think he's a little shooken. I think he's shooketh. If we think back to the last time we saw Heyman on WWE programming, it was him getting fucking power bombed through the commentary table. That's not something we see Heyman do. I can't even think of another Heyman bump in WWE.
That was like what?
That's like that, exactly. That was a serious moment. That was really my moment where I was 100% bought in on Solo Sikoa as whatever this new tribal chief character is. Because that was real. That was serious shit. That was terrifying to watch. Like, I was actually scared. That was fucked up. So,
this is awesome.
That all happens. And I think Heyman is scared. I think he's dead ass shook into his core about everything that's happened with Solo and Fatu.
You think Roman's not going to protect him again or some shit?
What I think is going to happen is that it's going to take for Heyman seeing his tribal chief actually in so much danger, actually about to get beat. Like, I think it might be a surprise return at Survivor Series where, like, Roman's on the ropes, like, bloodied up, getting fucked up, about to get hit with the craziest off-the-cage splash from Fatu or some crazy shit. And, like, Heyman comes out and somehow, like, pulls a distraction or, like, just brings someone out and does something to make the save. Or, like, it could be a thing where it's, like, the team isn't cohesive enough. They're arguing amongst each other and, like, Sammy or Jay or someone is about to hit Roman or vice versa. Roman's about to hit one of the members and, like, Heyman's the one who comes out of nowhere and, like, calms him down and gets the team working more cohesive. Something along those lines where Heyman comes back in, like...
Damn face. Paul Heyman, that's interesting.
I think he's gonna have to see Roman in, like, such a vulnerable state. Another theory I saw thrown out earlier today was, this was something I saw in another video I was watching, was Heyman coming back to be the one to convince Roman to apologize. To, like, fix, because that's kind of the payoff we still haven't gotten yet, is Roman apologizing for all his misdeeds.
And all the bullshit, yeah.
I feel like that could be another way to kind of work him back in.
Okay, I see that.
I could see it.
Him apologizing and him coming out after and shit.
Yeah. So, like, there's a couple different ways that I could see him working in. But I definitely think that this moment of Roman calling the wise man and getting a dial tone, not getting an answer, and him looking surprised that that number no longer works is deeper than what most of the internet has been assuming to me. There is going to be a further explanation of, like, why Heyman is out of the picture, and it's going to take something significant happening, not just a phone call, to get him back into the picture. It's going to be a moment of serious vulnerability or serious peril for the bloodline that's going to cause Heyman to come back at this point. And then I think everyone's going to say, oh my God, I can't believe it was so deep this whole time. I'm going to say, yeah, dumbass, it's the bloodline. You people don't know at this point, it's cinema.
It's cinema.
You people are expecting it to be as simple as, oh, his phone was broken. He needs to hit him up on DMs. He needs to, bro, message me on PlayStation. Like, you think that's what it is, guys? You guys think that's what it is? The phone broke? Give me a fucking break. It's deeper than that. This guy got put through a fucking table, and you're telling me it's because his phone broke. No, dude. No. He's terrified. He's terrified of this bloodline. He is shook. They don't put hands on the Wise man through all of Lesnar's crazy feuds, through all of Punk's feuds, through all of Roman's feuds. No one put hands on the Wise man.
Sometimes the face would.
A bit, but like in a comedic way almost. As like, fuck this guy because he's a part of all this bullshit. I'm talking about like, dude, through the table? Nah.
Tables.
That was serious, man. And the lasting impact of that will be felt. But yeah, man.
Interesting, bro.
I do think that
Interesting.
this whole bloodline shit going on, Bronson Reed randomness a bit aside, is really exciting, and we're really starting to turn a corner on kind of the slightly lackluster stories and to some extent that we've gotten from the bloodline and some of that stuff. Some of the main event players, not totally like obviously Punk and Drew were fucking awesome, but like, you know, the post-Mania season is always sometimes a bit of a, you know, but we're getting to like that time where shit's getting real, man. Shit's getting real. Because that first Raw on Netflix shit's going to get real. And then from there, we're building up to Rumble. And then from there, it's Chamber. And then from there,
Mania.
it's Mania. We're going to be there before you know it, dude. From the holidays to Mania is like not that long.
That's crazy, bro.
Like we're on...
Such a short month.
We're about to be on the road.
To WrestleMania.
The road to WrestleMania. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. And in the main event, night 2, Braun Breaker versus Jacob Fatu for everything. For humanity.
Right. I'm thinking Fatu's gonna steal money from him right away. He's gonna steal money from the fucking WWE. He's not gonna show up. He's like, I have family issues. Sorry.
Nah.
I'm gonna keep the money, but sorry. It was probably a Make-A-Wish kids thing, but they had to pay him because he didn't want to come for free.
I love you, Solo.
I love you, Scabbing. Speeding.
You're fucked up. This women's War Games match is in a really interesting position to me because the women, in my opinion, have a chance to sweep the men's division in the gimmicked PLE matches this year. Let me explain. Women's Royal Rumble, better than men's Royal Rumble. Women's Elimination Chamber, better than men's Elimination Chamber. Women's Money in the Bank, better than men's Money in the Bank. The Crown Jewel shit I'm not counting because that was a new, weird, different thing. I'm talking about the traditional gimmick PLE matches that we're used to. This is the last one of the year. This is the last PLE of the year. Survivor Series. I think there's a chance that the women's match once again outperforms the men's match, and we end up with a year that women's wrestling dominates the gimmicked PLE matches. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, because obviously the men's match, let's be real, has a lot more story building up into it, so that's the benefit that the men have going into it this time, opposed to everything else. It is kind of just a bit of a crapshoot. Those are all a bit more random gimmicked matches. This Survivor Series War Games match for the men's side of things has a lot more story built up into it. However, we know the formula of bloodline matches at this point. We're all on this channel, at least here at L Show. We're educated wrestling fans, and we know the bloodline matches. They start off with this very slow pace, and, you know, the crowd kind of slowly gets up into it as the heels dominate, and then out of nowhere, there's this turn, and things start to heat up, and the pace picks up, and, like, that last 25% of the matches where things are moving at 99 miles an hour, and we end up at the end of the match going, that was cinema, that was amazing. But we've seen a lot of those before, and we've also seen in the past where sometimes that formula doesn't fully connect. It's not a foolproof solution. These women that they've put in this match here, they fucking go. We got some real graps, brother.
It's such a random mash.
It's a random mashup. Yes, I will give you that. There's no story going into this. But if we're talking about what we're going to be talking about when we leave,
This is gonna be a straight wrestling match, is what you're saying.
we could see some fucking graps, brother. Cause on the face side of things, we got Bianca and Jade, who bring that like powerhouse style, that bruiser style of wrestling, along with Rhea, which who knows what ridiculous spots with that double War Games cage they're gonna be able to pull out, throwing people around. That's gonna be fucking wild. And then you've got Io Sky and Naomi with their high flying shit.
Yeah.
I'm a massive Io Sky fan. She's one of my favorite women's wrestlers on the roster.
How she randomly turned face again, but I see why.
So storyline wise, it's one of those things I've just accepted. Like, never expect them to get too deep.
It's because people talk really good about her wrestling. I feel like, and I guess that's why I thought.
But that's why she's great to have on the roster, though, is despite the fact that her storylines, generally speaking, lack substance because of obvious, let's just be real, the whole language barrier thing makes it tough. WWE's getting better with it, but still haven't fully figured out how to pull off those feuds flawlessly, seamlessly. But the fucking in-ring work is like out of this world, bro. Like, she's, I would say, up there with like people like Ricochet as being like best high flyers in the world at the moment. Like, the shit she does is unbelievable, puts it all on the line out there. And also has like a bit of that kind of like strong style that she can mix in there. To like, it's not just all high spot after high spot. Like, she paces her matches really well. She sells like a fucking pro. Like, I love watching Io Sky wrestle. And so I am very excited, again, when you have this whole double cage weird setup for War Games.
It's gonna be interesting.
I'm expecting to see some pretty crazy shit. Of course, on the heel side, you've got Nia and Tiffany, who have their whole little
thing going on,
friendship, enemy ship going. That's kind of, we'll see how that continues to develop. Raquel and Liv, kind of, again, all randomly thrown in there, but also have good styles to contrast. Like with Nia and Raquel, that goes really interesting against the Bianca, Jade, Rhea, the more powerhouse style that you see there. And then Liv is like, to me, a really underrated technical wrestler. And so I'm excited to see how she's going to counter people like Io Sky, Naomi, and then we've seen already that she does great work against the more powerful bruisers and stuff like that. Exactly. And Candice LeRae is one that I'm interested to see because this is like kind of like a shot for her.
It's basically her time to shine.
And I feel like because like she's not dumb, she's gonna know that.
Or whatever, Indy Hartwell, bro.
Yeah. No, she's like, definitely elevated herself into a spot she wasn't gonna be in like a month ago. Shit has moved fast for her. And I think because of that, I would assume that she's gonna go balls to the fucking wall and like
some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah, bro, why not? Lay it all out there. This is your chance, bro. Go make some shit happen and make us want to see you again. So I despite the fact that some fans might look at that and say, oh, that's a random addition, why is she in this, blah blah blah, I'm looking at this shit as like, bro, show me something. Like, I'm excited. Like, yeah, like, we all know that the people who are on, like, I don't know all of her background on her indie shit and everything. I'm sure she's probably had a great career before getting to this point. That's what I'm saying, though, is that we all know to get to the point of representing this company right here, you got to be about your fucking graps. And I haven't really, as a fan who only really got back in like a year and a half ago or so to really watching on a week-to-week basis, I haven't feel like I've gotten a full chance to see like Candice LeRae's bag. And so I feel like this is an exciting chance for fans such as myself to kind of get a chance to see what she's fully capable of. And just overall, like I said, the women have continuously this year like stolen the show when it comes to these gimmick PLE main event type of matches. And I just expect now at this point that like, because they've done so well consistently, that's a very real possibility. And I'm excited for it. I'm genuinely excited for this match. Like you said, it's a random mashup of people, but the people that they decided to mash up, I think mash up well, if that makes sense. Like, I think we're going to see some really good, really exciting wrestling. What are your thoughts on the match overall?
Uh, it's really interesting that they put both of the women's champions on the same team, bro. Because if they lose, it's losing all credibility to basically like, damn, these champions just got their asses whooped by these fucking better supposed competitors now and shit.
Okay, fuck yeah. That's actually a really good point. I came into this being a little bit more positive. I do think that that's a very, very good criticism, though, and something that I had just totally forgotten to bring up. That you have booked yourself into a corner. Because if they don't win,
They look
it's a
bad.
problem.
It look bad.
But if your faces don't win, that's also kind of difficult because generally speaking, in a match like this where there's no real storyline, you would just want your baby faces to come out on top, just in general. And what also makes it tough is I don't know how likely it is that the OG bloodline gets this win at War Games yet. I still think there's a bit of infighting in the teams, and it just feels like right now it still should be Solo's team coming out on top. And because I feel like 70-ish% confident that the heels are going to win on the men's side of things, that makes me a bit less confident that the heels are going to go 2-0 on the night. But I agree with you that like it feels like your heels need to win or else you really devalue your championships. After what did you just spend your last PLE doing? Oh, that's right, devaluing two of your championships.
And that's Nia losing again. Shit, bro.
Yeah, no, she's racking up the pins lately. It's getting ugly, and I think Nia Jax is really good. I think she's come a long way from her first stint in the company. From everything I've seen, at least, like I said, obviously I wasn't watching week to week at that point. From the clips I've seen, from everything I've heard about, it seems like she's come a long way. I enjoy her promos more often than not. There are some misses in there. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes the material is rough. But more often than not, I like laugh out loud at a lot of her promos. She's funny as hell. When she came in, even just with the War Game shit and like 1x1, I don't like you and I don't even care about you. I don't think about you. Like that was funny to me. Like I feel like that's good shit. So I'm overall a fan, but I hear you that it's a fucking rough situation to be in from a booking perspective where both your champions are tied up on the same team. And one of them's already been racking up the pins.
And then one of them has a Money in the Bank too.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be making Tiffany look shit right now either. Yeah, it kind of feels like it. They kind of fucked themselves over here.
The heels have to win, bro.
Is this where we see the start of like Bianca and Jade like really
that's what
feuding?
I was thinking, yeah.
And that's how you at least not make the baby faces look too bad in their loss. It's more they beat themselves.
Not to spoil it or predict anything, but
Bro said not to spoil it.
Not to spoil it. Like I know her some shit. Like I know her some shit.
My fault, Paul Levesque.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, let me know the script, gang. Let me know the script. Let me know the script. What happened?
But I feel like they're probably gonna fucking like screw something up where they try to go for a move together and they're gonna start like arguing between each other or some shit, bro.
Okay, cook.
But I just feel it's gonna be something like that, bro.
And they're gonna get pissed at each other?
And they're probably just gonna be distracted, like getting pissed at each other, and that's when it's gonna be the heels are gonna fucking probably get the win, bro.
Oh, shit, bro. You heard it here first, guys. That's the script, bro.
That's the script, bro.
That's crazy. Bro. That's crazy. I can see it, though. Because, like, they've been heavily teasing it recently. Like, it's been getting acknowledged a lot more on television. I feel like we're at a point now where you can start to push it a bit more. I guess it just depends on where you want your endpoint to be. Because if they see that as a WrestleMania match, it probably is still a bit early. But if you're eyeing, like, the Rumble, then you could start building it now.
I doubt the Rumble, because they're probably both going to be in the Rumble at that point. And probably one of them is probably going to be the one who wins it.
See, what about Rhea?
She's probably going to get a title against Liv again or some shit.
Well, she's not going to get it at Survivor Series, and I don't think she's going to get it at any of... I don't know. I think there might be, like, one or two smaller PLEs before the Rumble, like, in between Survivor Series and the Rumble. But I don't see her winning it at something like that either.
It's hard, bro.
I feel like it's going to be a big PLE where she wins it, so I feel like it'll make sense.
One of them's going to have to drop down and win the fucking women's United States champion.
See, I still think that's Chelsea Green.
I still think that's Chelsea Green.
It could be one of them, but I still think there's a chance it's Chelsea Green.
I feel like it's probably gonna be Jade. It's probably gonna have to drop down because they've been pushing Bianca too much. Bianca's basically like their face right now.
Bro really thinks it's gonna be Jade.
Yeah, bro.
Damn, bro. The women's division is heating up a bit too. We're definitely getting into that like road to mania season for sure.
Yeah.
Like just on all angles, storylines are finally starting to really heat up. I'm fucking excited. This is the last thing I'm gonna say right quick. But you know what's a storyline that we need to bring back? You know who just fucking died? Austin Theory and Grayson Waller.
God,
When
bro.
are they gonna fucking do it? Holy shit.
They just fell off, bro.
It like was this close to happening
Now they're friends again, bro.
and it's just they're gone.
That's the joke, bro. Now they're just like, oh, hey, I use you to get fucked
What
up.
the fuck happened there?
That was too much of a bitch to fucking say anything.
Austin Theory has been so fucked over his entire career, and it sucks because he's like genetically built to be a wrestler.
They just like sometimes be in like the tag team fucking like tournament and that's it, bro. They don't
L.
even have that fool do the Waller effect that much.
Fucking L. Aren't they doing that like this week on SmackDown?
I didn't see that.
I think they are with the Motor City Machine Guns. I'm pretty sure. I think so. So yeah, maybe we're finally starting to
We'll
get
see,
back in.
because it's also hard with the 2-hour fucking stupid show and shit.
Netflix can't come soon enough. Fuck, bruh. El show.
I'm sure, bro.
Fuck them.
Fuck all y'all.